9. Buxton School, a small private boarding school for grades 9 to 12 in Massachusetts, banned smartphones on campus back in 2022.
It was absolute chaos.
Oh boy.
People thought it was a joke at first.
And they were not happy. Parents were calling us.
There was a lot of I can't live without my phone.
Students tell CNN that they know this place is special. Buxton isn't like many other schools. It's home to only 55 students, many living full-time on campus away from their families, making this a tight-knit community. Plus, the school practices progressive education. That means teachers don't track test scores or grades. But just like more traditional high schools, teachers at Buxton were struggling to hold students' attention. Kids were glued to their screens.
It was a lot of little things, right? It's that when you're teaching a lesson and you can tell that half the class is discreetly looking under their desk at something. It's walking into a lunchroom and seeing half the lunchroom scrolling on TikToks instead of talking to their friends. It's walking down the path, everyone's looking down, everyone's not looking up.
That is until administration banned smartphones on campus about a year and a half ago.
I've been more social, naturally, instead of being forced to be social.
People were more there at the meals. I mean, I was sitting with people I didn't sit with before, with new groups of people, and talking to all these new people.
This is from earlier, and Iris drew this part without seeing any of this, and then Jasper drew this part, and then we open it up and see what we made all together.
Last night we had a dorm party. A lot of people were drawing on them, sitting at this table, and I think we were playing Cards Against Humanity.
We have a black and white photography program here. That photo program went from 12 students to 35 students because now everyone's carrying a 35 millimeter camera and printing in the darkroom.
The initial idea of no phones felt a lot more intense than actually not having phones. It was more like no access to social media all the time in your pocket.
Most of the students CNN interviewed welcomed the change of pace brought on by the smartphone ban, but the jury's still out for some.
I sort of have the opinion that it was not a good idea to ban phones. If you don't get practice with phones, they are designed to be so addictive. They're not getting practice using their phones while going to school and stuff like that.
I mean, we still have iPads, we still have computers. People can have flip phones. I think a lot of people are the world is going to end. I don't know how I'm going to survive without my phone. And I think as time goes on, people have adapted to using a computer. I've sent a lot more emails since this. I've gotten better at emailing.
I feel like there's this pressure to have a presence online and to be active with your presence online, do all this stuff online. And after not having a phone and not being able to keep up with that always, I find that that's not needed. Phones are overrated, definitely.